Welcome back to another episode of the Caffeinated Weebs podcast. I am one of your hosts, Shawnee095.
I'm Psychometry.
I am Sasha's Streams.
I'm Zombie Jaw.
Psycho, please lead into what we're watching today for our 23rd episode.
Let me ask you this, Sean. Do you live by the edge? Do you like to feel the razor's edge gliding across your finger? Because today, we are talking about edgy anime. In particular, I had recommended to them for this week, Darwin's Game. What can I say? Darwin's Game came under my radar because I was watching a Giga video and he was talking about how it was, trashy anime of the season. And I was like, yeah, I'm on board with that. That's what I'm about. I'm the trash man. So, I had to pick it up. I had to look through it. I think I'm on episode 9 right now. But for this episode's sake, we had everyone
so
come
you
up
yourself have not finished the anime.
I got sidetracked. Yeah. I've been meaning to finish it, but then I got onto episode 9 and then forgot. So that was quite unfortunate on my part. What was that?
A ringing endorsement.
Please tell me, have you guys been enjoying your edge-filled journey so far?
So when you originally said okay, we're gonna watch an edgy anime, I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be some weird Tokyo Ghoul ass shit, and I'm gonna be really lost.
Well, no, because I wanted to dip everybody's toes into edgy anime. I didn't want to go head first, completely over the deep end with it.
Straight in.
If I wanted to show you guys something crazy, I would have recommended something crazy, but it was we'll start off easy.
Yeah.
We'll start off with something that's just meaningless death game. It's just gratuitous violence. You're just there to see people kill each other.
Yeah,
Basic edge stuff.
I thought I had misinterpreted, I guess, what it was gonna be. So I was like, oh man, this is gonna be really fucky. I'm not gonna enjoy this. And honestly, I after halfway through the first episode, I was like, all right, I'm in. This is interesting.
Well, I think it'll be important later on that I go into discussion about how edge itself as a definition has changed over time, but we'll get into it. For now, we'll talk about the anime. Have you guys been enjoying it? Do you like the characters, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I had fun while watching it. The main characters, better pussy butt.
He is as basic self-insert as it gets.
He doesn't want to kill people, alright?
Yeah.
Man, fuck
I
that.
think
If it comes down to me or somebody else, sorry, bud.
See, and you have a normal person's mindset. You don't have a anime protagonist mindset.
Honestly, if Banda the fucking baseball mascot is trying to come at me with a fucking carving knife, I'm gonna work that bitch.
I would have drop kicked his ass, dude.
Yeah, no,
every time you see him coming at you, it's like, dude, come on, do something.
That's a nice, tiny little knife. Yeet, fucking throw a book at his dome or some shit. Honestly.
To be fair, he's invisible.
Yeah, but when he comes at him first and he's just like, alright, I'm just gonna stab you, kid, and he's like,
Can you imagine using that power to play a prank on people and you just
oh, dude.
you're a guy coming at them and then you go invisible and then they wildly slash in the air and everybody around them's looking at him what is he doing?
What the fuck is going on?
Invisible
man
man
lost
just
his mind.
sitting back watching. This guy's a dumbass.
And then the dude just he straight up fucking opens a cop in front of the guy and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna try to defend myself or
I
anything.
still
Let's
must
just
live by my morals.
oh gee, great.
Yeah, now that I think about it, maybe I should have done the ones where the main character is kind of uncaring and just kills people as he goes.
Those are semi-interesting, but honestly, this is a neat twist. I'm that was one of the main things of okay, this is going to be a little different than normal.
So
Interesting.
what I'm getting here is the gratuitous violence. It's a plus.
Oh yeah,
This is good.
absolutely. Are you kidding me? I watched Blood Sea for fun.
That sounds just like the whole like SpongeBob. How tough are you? I had a bowl of nails this morning. Yeah, what of it? Without any milk. That's exactly how that sounded like the way you said it.
If we had the
Let's
time
see
allowance,
for
I probably
fun.
should have instead gone into like Future Diary. Oh, that would have been a ride.
Oh, dude.
I'm sorry.
Oh
What
my
was that?
God.
One more time, guys. I got. Somebody came in.
For what?
Somebody was
Oh.
talking to me.
What you said reminded me of the whole
Oh,
SpongeBob, the how tough are you thing.
Oh, that meme.
Yeah.
Because you watched Blood Sea for fun.
Yeah. Honestly, that show is fucked.
Yeah.
The bunnies,
I
bro.
watched
Future
Planet.
Diaries. Oh, that's some good
And I
shit.
didn't cry.
No, I just got like, I only got like sick to my stomach once.
I'll have you know I stubbed my toe this morning. I only cried for 2 hours. But
So if
go ahead.
if you suddenly got the app to partake in a real life death game, would you do it? Very
fuck
curious. I
that.
must know.
I mean,
Uh-uh.
are you
No.
aware that it's that, or are you as oblivious as the main character? That's the question I have.
Damn. I think the main character kind of fucked up in not finding out what it was because all of his buddies knew what they were getting into.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
he
like,
just
if
kind
I
of
was
tapped like it's a
willing-
free to play.
They did
What's
try to
worst
stop
gonna
him.
happen?
He
Okay,
did
well,
try to
if you
stop
knew,
him.
if you were like, man, I need to spice up my life somehow, and this thing popped up and it told you it was a death game, like, would you be like,
If I
Hell
had
yeah, sign me up.
literally nothing else, like no other prospects, no other fucking like anything, if I've hit rock bottom and there's nowhere else to go, fuck it, whatever.
But if you're a high school student
no,
living through life,
like you got life
Going
ahead
to
of
school,
you?
I just
going,
want a cool Tetsuo
I
bike.
need I need a bike to ride around because I don't want to go do a normal job at a convenience store or something.
To be honest,
Yeah.
10 points gets you what was it, $1 million?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
like the equivalent
Yeah.
of. So by the way, there's a dub, and I love it. It makes me
I
so
didn't know that.
happy. Yep, it's only on Funimation.
Fuck, wanna make
That was
sure.
like 10 million yen, so it's like $10,000. But yeah, you get like
Yeah, it was like something like a
1,000
million
points
yen
are
or some
good.
shit. But yeah, like I guess, or if I was in a really really tight spot, like a really bad spot, I guess, but only in those instances, because that's a lot. Like that fucking treasure hunt, bro. Fuck.
damn, look
that.
at all this loot. Oh, that's what I'm
Look
about.
at
I
these
do
boys,
looting.
rubies and shit.
Loot, man. Can't live without the loot.
Yeah, until
Good
you get a
loot.
plant in the brain.
And then that's just a game over, and it's not your problem anymore now, is it?
Me and Josh were talking about it, but there's actually like I guess budget difference between the first episode
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
and second and third. Well, I can't remember her name because I'm terrible with the characters' names in anime. But the
her
girl's
being
chain
blonde, right?
weapon thing,
Shuka.
has-
Shuka.
yeah,
Shuka.
Shuka, her weapon detail is like through the roof in the first episode.
Oh yeah.
I think that was
absolutely.
mainly because like
Third episode
is her
it's
first
just like a
introduction.
little metal diamond. That's all it is now. It doesn't have like the little spikes coming off the sides of it, and you don't see the chain. It's just like a wire.
Those
now.
take a lot to animate. you
Well,
can
that's what
every
I'm
once in a
saying.
while see it when it like passes the camera up close, but most of the time, yeah, it's just nondescript blobs. Well, no, because if you remember when they actually did go into the treasure hunt, and she was whipping her fucking chains around to kill those jobbers, I'm fairly sure there was chain and shit.
I don't remember, but no, like during the third episode, like whenever she's killing those guys who run up on her, there's no chain. There's no chain. It's wire. It's like wired.
Oh, okay, well. Yeah, that may just be. Had they realized, oh man, this is gonna take a lot to animate. Just fuck it.
I mean, it could. I'm thinking it's probably just like a budget thing. And we were talking about like, yeah, I mean, because like the first episode, it's very like pilot-like, as Josh said.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of like gets you like deep into the story, just like another anime did.
K was kind of
Which
like
is
that.
very
Like with that
typical
one.
of like the seasonal 12 episode, or in this case 11 episode anime would go,
Although I guess
where
K
they
was
spend
kind
a
of
lot of their budgets near.
focused.
Yeah,
beginning,
so
climaxes,
you
and the
still
end.
get the feel of like a 12-episode anime. Just
Well-
they used extra time in the first episode.
Yeah, I was about to say, not to mention
Took
that bitch
out-
was 47-minute episode.
Yeah, it's a 2-episode.
Yeah.
Oh, big boy.
Yeah, it would,
Big
it would
boy
technically
episode.
it would technically be a 12 episode anime if they had just cut that first episode in
And
half,
there's
but-
like an easy point that they could have
It's
done
two
it after the
parts.
whole freaking panda scene. After they finished that fight, that was like a great time to cut it.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It worked out. I like the way they did it, and all of a sudden, the beginning of episode 2, you just get naked Suka.
It's a hell of a way to start the episode. What are you talking about?
Yo, all
Shuka's
the
just-
hallmarks, dude.
Shuka's just like
All the hallmarks.
I don't
So
wanna.
good edgy anime. Where the babes at? You know.
I'm just gonna yeet my
She's-
dress off because I'm too
Start a
fucking
family
lazy.
with me, and
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, bitch, what?
She's like,
And then they
You should have
explained it in
understood
episode
that
2.
more, or understood that more than anybody.
I instantly understood, but
Nobody.
Just
Nobody.
yeah, Danmachi.
yes, yes.
Family.
Go.
All right, Dan.
Proceed. Dan.
But yeah, no, it's definitely sure, Danmachi, yeah. Starting the Familia, yeah, gotcha. But no, I mean, it was interesting the way that they went about that. Please continue.
OP was good. Oh, alright. Asuka, always a good choice for anime OPs. One of my favorite artists. Definitely has one of the
I don't
more.
remember it. I'm totally drawing a blank on the OP. Holy shit! I'm sorry.
In terms of like Japanese music, I usually save in my playlist. Anything that's got an anime OP vibe, I got. Like I'll save it because it gets me like hyped through the day. And it's like it's got that anime OP vibe, so it's like.
So I guess
good
you
enough for
best
me.
have gotten K's.
I will
Animation
say
was.
K was pretty good, but yeah, animation was pretty tight,
Music was
honestly. And
Oh yeah, dude, the blood spray from that first dude though, I was like, holy shit, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm getting major blood vibes.
I mean, there's never gonna be a blood spray like Attack on Titan blood spray. That I just gotta say that.
I have you seen Blood Sea? Like fully
Have
through?
you seen Attack on Titan episode 1?
Yes. I ask you, have you
The
seen
blood
the temple
flies
scene?
beautifully through the air.
Have you seen the
Have you
temple
seen
scene?
Ninja Scroll where the guy gets his arms ripped off?
through the air? No.
I'm kidding,
saying
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
beautifully through the air.
Yeah, when the girl's arms get ripped off.
No, the dude's arms.
The dude's arms.
Well, no, I'm talking about blood.
I'm talking about Ninja Scroll.
Either way.
Glug glug glug.
But yeah, no, just the amount of blood and everything. Yeah, it's fine.
He was
I'm totally down for it.
thirsty.
I'm there for it.
He wanted that cherry Kool-Aid.
But yeah, no, it's interesting because I actually really liked his friend's sigil with the
I'm
razor
sorry,
blades.
excuse you, sigil. Oh god, you guys didn't hear it in the fucking.
Sigil, whatever.
No.
Yes,
no. Did
yes,
you hear
demon.
The seagull, yeah, I love their seagulls too, dude.
it? No. So, in the dub, they call them sigils
Oh,
instead of
no.
sigil.
Do you
Every
even
one
English?
of them
No.
says sigil, and they're
Whose
all
idea was to
Native
fire that
American,
man
like,
immediately?
Native American
woman, we don't
English
judge.
speakers. And
Fire that director immediately.
it's like
Yeah, it hurts.
sigil. What?
It hurts.
Okay, can you imagine trying to like?
Seagulls.
And I've been watching it all this time, and every time they say it, it hurts me on the inside. And
I'm just
giggle.
imagining the localization director be like, you know, we could say sigil, But that's been said so much. We need something more creative.
We need something different.
We
to
need
do.
a-
What if I
Oh,
just
English.
butchered the English language
Oh my god.
and made it our own thing? Ladies and gentlemen, Sigil.
We bring you Sigil.
Like, no.
It's so bad. I almost want, like, I wish I could send you the video clip. It's bad.
Oh god. That's terrible.
Localization. Localization 2019, how?
I mean, if we really want to be like localization, there's always that one shit anime Ghost Stories, the English dub.
Oh my god.
I've never.
Dude, we really need
Is
to
it like
do
the
an episode
Resident
on
Evil
that.
of?
We definitely do, but yeah, I'll add that. Someone go and start talking. I'm gonna add that to the list.
So
You know what I mean? This anime came out in 2019. Like, come on.
Oh wow. So
How could?
honestly, his sigil is kind of fucking bunk.
It's OP, dude.
Bro,
I don't agree, honestly. At least at this point.
no.
Yeah,
Did you not see episode 3 where he scanned the fucking light machine gun? I am so excited for when he fucking pulls that bitch out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when he actually
Yeah.
figures out how to use it, I agree. But like in the moment, he's made a fucking pen that he doesn't know about. A fucking just to form a Chekhov's gun, and then a fucking stun baton and a pistol. Like, cool, understandable. But
Yo,
Like-
real quick though.
as opposed to chain knives and invisibility.
I was about to say that. Real quick, invisibility, chain knives, or creation itself. What do you want?
Pokemon creation itself. I'm
He
sorry,
doesn't really
dude.
have creation, is per se. At this point, it just seems like replication.
Well, I mean, yes, but still technically the same thing. Because like, I'm sorry, he doesn't know how to replicate a bullet, but he does it without ever touching a bullet. He does not need to scan the weapon because he never scanned the pen. He never scanned
He did.
the handgun.
He did.
I'm sorry, dude. I see.
Just 'cause-
I see
no.
Shield Hero happening here. He's gonna go into like a weapon shop and just go to town scanning everything.
No, but like, but think about it though. Like, whenever he scanned the LMG, like he straight up like put his hand on it with his intent to scan it.
I don't think he
He
was
never did
intending
that.
to scan it. I don't think he knew what he was doing. It was just a subconscious thing because he still doesn't understand it. He admitted it himself. He's like, I can only make a stun gun and a handgun. I think he was just
Fair.
mainly checking in there so he could get his wrist thing, the jewel back or whatever. And he just ended up touching it. And just instinctually doing such.
Well, it's still early
Sure,
on.
I guess
He doesn't
I'll
fully
give it.
understand it yet, but when he does, how OP is it going to be? Come on.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine
the
fighting
worst.
somebody, touching the weapon, scanning it, and be like, I'm going to use your own sword against you, bitch.
As long as it wasn't their own fucking sigil.
Go scan a
So,
shield. Fucking there, you're set, dude.
A shield's not.
You know how
A
helpful that
shield
would have
is
been against
mildly useful.
Blade, though?
Against whom?
The blades. Whether it's the chain blades,
Such
whether
a
it's the
signal.
fucking...
It would have punched through the shield or just gone around the shield.
So bring up another one.
Just
Bring out
dual-wield
two.
shield. Is this fucking Dark Souls?
Get the onion armor. But no, I mean, I know since I've seen ahead because I did originally watch this before,
Bitch.
not all the way through, but
You gave me bitch.
yeah, it's not my fault. I started watching this before I ever this whole thing, but like, no, I mean his powers, they're really cool. I don't remember much about what he does later on. I know what happens in the next episode, but not later on.
Oh.
And I'm not spoiling, I'm just saying I know it.
Oh yeah.
But the Florist is pretty dope with his powers, and he's like it's definitely like a big like chess match though between them though. Because like he's making sure he uses everything he can to navigate his zombie plant boys to go kill boys. And so it's really interesting. It's real dope.
Would you say the protagonist is acting like a Joseph, perhaps?
No.
He's running away, and he's also overcoming his enemies with his bran.
It's not his secret technique, though, handed down by his family.
The Joestar secret family technique. Running away.
Oh my god.
He couldn't help himself, could he?
No.
Why?
Because
Why
I
must he do this,
could.
Sasha?
I could.
The silence, I know. It's just
That'd be your superpower in the death battle game, turning anything into a JoJo's reference.
Oh, is this a JoJo's reference?
Listen, you can compensate it by having a rocket launcher at all times, alright?
no. He'll just fucking.
I'll just whip out
doink some
my own
freaking
stand.
grenades out of his ass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Why?
Tommy gun. Because
power.
that's where Joseph got his freaking grenades from in his Tommy gun. He pulled it out of his ass.
He just pulled it out of nowhere. I fucking love it.
God, imagine your superpower was just shitting out grenades. You'd always have to put moon first to your enemy.
But like,
That's a power.
I know
move.
this is a tangent, but like, straight up, he had a whole bunch of grenades on a wire that he pulled out of nowhere.
On a cradle of strings to pull.
Yeah. So like, I'm sorry, but he pulled that shit out his ass.
Not to
He had some
mention, you
straight up
have to hit the
anal bead
triggers.
grenades. That's all I gotta say. Straight up anal bead grenades.
And the vampire dude was. he went re. In true Dio fashion.
Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled
you did
program.
It too.
Girl who, I was about to say, girl who can tell the future gets completely shafted. I guess we've seen that shit a million times. We're not impressed.
What are you talking about?
What? I'm so confused.
What?
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 Please explain.
What are we talking about?
Girl,
God,
Look
dude,
at the
turn away from the
future.
mic.
gets
I'm sorry.
completely shafted.
It's
you
mounted
say.
to my head.
We've seen this 1,000
Oh,
times.
are you
Please
okay?
elaborate.
Don't. Not that kind of shafted. I just mean completely disregarded from the conversation.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess we haven't gotten to episode 3 in terms of our conversation, but I was just saying,
See the,
damn, we were talking about cool powers, and it was
see
like,
the future?
damn, I guess foresight is a...
Is that what her deal is?
What?
Episode 3.
By the way,
The young
That
chiller.
was Ryan, right? I might have some memory problems.
Josh,
Yep.
you're hosting tonight. I'm not.
Ooh, oh, wait. Shit, that's right, I didn't change that.
Yeah, episode 3, Kashiwagi Rain. Rain. The little girl.
Of what?
Okay, so the
Of what?
little girl, that's her deal? Is foresight?
Yeah.
The analyst?
Interesting.
Yeah, the analyst.
Okay.
It's called Ignition, episode 3.
Yeah.
It might be called something different in Japanese, maybe? Or something? I don't know.
What are we talking about?
Are you
Dude,
okay? Are you
I'm
having a
so
stroke?
lost. Anyways, so yes,
I missed something.
during
Yes.
episode 3, the game begins, the treasure hunt, and they have to go and find 3 of the treasures to be safe, but they have to keep all 3 of their treasures through the 24-hour period. And as long as they have 3 of them, they're gonna live. There's, what is it? 300 players and only 100 treasures.
Yeah.
Maths.
So, should we explain what
Oh, my
Darwin's
bad.
game is?
Her ability's called Lapless, but it's basically foresight, since she knows the precise location of shit and how they're gonna move, and
Oh, and
it
that's
essentially lets her
interesting.
see into the future.
And she got that
It's basically
big-ass
foresight,
And
sniper
just
we
on
see
rifle.
that
objects.
right at the end of the episode, technically. Okay.
But yeah, should we make a little explanation of what Darwin's game is? Because it's pretty integral to the plot.
I feel like we kind of briefly went over it, but not in depth.
The whole...
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, I think it's best if I summarized it quickly, but it was just... Darwin's game is...
Keep going, I'm sorry, keep going.
The show follows our protagonist as he participates in a game that gets downloaded to his phone, which then turns into a real-life death game that uses their phones to keep track of their progress. He's also gifted powers through this, and his whole deal is just trying to navigate the game while causing as few casualties as possible.
A large
Virtual
semi-ropey
snake
thing, a large semi-ropey thing hit him in the neck.
Virtual
Oh
snake
yeah,
bite.
the freaking snake. I forget.
I'm a
Tell you these
snake.
details slip, man.
No, don't you start.
But yeah, no, it's really cool. It's interesting. In episode 2, after he has won the friendship or whatever the hell it is,
Affections.
affections of
The
I forgot her
wanting
name already,
dick
Suka.
of Shuka.
Yes. They go out to go scout out the treasure hunt area. And she goes shopping and gets clothes.
Because why not?
Because,
Yeah, because
I
why
mean,
not?
It's edgy anime. Good excuse for fan service. It's
date
always good.
kinda,
Yep.
which she
Fan
calls it
service.
multiple times, and he's just like, okay, so, but by the way, this dude is patrolling this thought. Like, straight the fuck up. He is, like, she is throwing herself at him, basically, and he's just like, shut up, tell me more about this stupid fucking video game.
If she breathes, she's a
She's a-
bot.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, man, you're really not gonna make a pass? You're kinda cute.
Yeah, honestly, like, she's straight up comfortable with fucking sleeping on you straight naked, and you're...
Real talk, though. Crazy to hot scale. Where are we at? Where are we at, gentlemen?
On the craziest scale, I want to say a solid 7. Hot, I'm probably gonna say a solid 7.
So just barely gonna be a yes from Sean. If the numbers match. The numbers match.
I don't know if that means it's good.
Oh, shit.
Alright.
What would I respond to that? I'd say 20% chance you might lose your dick, but you'll probably be fine.
Through chain blade torture.
I don't know.
I don't know about
Oh,
torture.
she's into that.
She's, yeah.
I think you need to look into that.
I need to check out this fetish before I fully commit.
No, don't do
Please
anything
no.
related to research. That would be a terrible idea. Your recommendations are gonna go wild, I tell you.
Let's just go into the Pain Olympics real quick.
Are you, Sasha?
I'm saying probably about an 8.5, maybe 9 on the crazy scale. Because I mean,
Oh.
goddamn, she obviously has something loose in there. But I mean, also like solid 9 on the hot scale. So I mean, fuck it, might as well be worth it. I mean, if that's the way I die, that's the way I die.
Fair.
If that's what kills me, you know what? Fine. Fuck it, man. Burn
Josh.
out.
I gotta say, as far as the crazy scale, 9 to 9.5. There's something not there, I mean, when she goes into combat, she looks bloodthirsty, and when he asked her about it, she was kind of hesitant, like, girl needs her secret type thing. I feel like she kind of was bloodthirsty going into it, or maybe
she
she was killing
gleefully
people.
giggles while fucking like cutting people apart.
And plus, how she's sitting there saying,
Don't you?
like, she's looking for his
I mean, yeah.
approval too. So I definitely think she's crazy, and yeah, I'd probably say about a 9.5 as far as hotness as well. Like, I mean,
Shit,
who
I'm not
wouldn't?
hearing no, gentlemen.
Who wouldn't want to
Yeah,
like wake
no.
up and like look down and she's like, oh, I didn't want to wrinkle my clothes. Well, don't worry, I'm not complaining.
I mean, that's fine.
So what I'm hearing is I'm not hearing a no, gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely not. Fuck, if that's if that's how I die.
I mean,
Throw
I
mine down
feel
real
like
quick.
as long as you don't piss her off, you're good.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's the important part, yes.
though she.
But generally
is-
speaking, because she's already infatuated with you, probably going to be impossible. So, okay.
but that
You
happened.
really, really do something bad.
But you gotta think though, that happened real fast. That can unhappen real fast too.
Yeah, but-
in theory.
Imagine you're a rookie, you've bested her. Now add some skill behind that, she won't be able to beat you. Let's be real. You're not exactly an idiot going into this.
He had big brain. She has small brain. She very
Well,
smooth.
she was
brain.
more bloodthirsty.
He has
He
big
actually
brain
stopped
and she
thought
has
about his
big.
moves.
Many thoughts,
Yes.
head empty.
He has big brain and she has big personality.
Big
Badonkadonk.
aspirations.
Gonna be a 7 on the crazy scale for me. I've seen crazier. Gonna be a 9 on the scale.
Future diary.
School days.
Oh yeah. I don't even have to reference Future Diary. I think.
Oh,
if
shit,
I
School
brought
Days,
up-
oh, shit.
I was about to say, what about the boat?
Okay, School Days is also a good one, but I was thinking
The-
like
the
fucking
boat.
Sakuragi Bones, where this woman's obsessed with like bones. Like that's already an 8 for me.
What the fuck?
I've seen
Only
crazier.
an 8?
I've seen crazier.
I'm sorry.
Some
but
chick
fuck.
imitating Yunogasai. Nah, I've seen that shit 100 times. Get that shit out of my face. That ain't crazy. you ain't the original. Oh.
Fair.
Oh, what the fuck?
I really am. I'm really amazed that we just wasted like 6 minutes talking about how crazy this character is.
I think it's gonna.
I mean,
And
that's a
whether or
pretty.
not we would be okay with being in a bed with her.
That's
while
an
she's just
important. Listen, that is an important distinction to make, Sean.
These are important discussions to always have for any anime. You gotta rate the waifus, you know? It's important.
I will say.
After selling
Eyes
points.
cardboard out of 10.
I will say, especially talking about the craziness, because I feel like that's gonna pop up later. Again, I'm only up to episode 3,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
don't know the future on the episodes. But I will
Right.
say, I feel like that's gonna play a role later.
But initial impressions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what happens to her later, so yeah, no, I'm interested to see what happens. So,
Damn.
Yeah.
One of I think my favorite parts for this anime is gotta be the whole clan system in a death game. Because just about any death game I've seen at this point, it's always been a free-for-all. There's no such thing as alliances.
when I think of like death games with anime, there's like been Batum and stuff, and there was an alliance in that.
Well, alliance, but like temporary alliances, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? With a clan,
This one
you
has, like, a
pretty much pledge
programmed
a
in.
full alliance.
Yeah.
And you can't do it if you're a low-level newbie bitch.
Would you count Dead Man Wonderland as a death game? I mean, you're fighting
That's
for
more
survival.
of a tower anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have the whole setup?
That's more of a Tower of Death anime, though, isn't it?
But I mean, it's somebody has to die in the games. You have to survive, right?
Mortal
There's a
Kombat.
clear winner, clear loser. Otherwise, there's no advancement.
Which technically this has that too, unless you surrender and. Well, okay. So actually, that brings another question. So I thought you had to surrender, or is it just surrendering, or you have to surrender and like pledge yourself to the winner?
No, because the
No, you
other
just-
guy,
Okay,
yeah, just
well,
surrendered.
that threw me off because like in the beginning, like she surrendered.
She did that on her own.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other dude surrendered, and I was kind of confused there because she's like, oh, the only way you can end it is if she said surrender, and she devoted. So that's what threw me off.
She just wanted that dick, remember?
Yeah.
She's definitely. You can tell she's definitely
She saw
intrigued.
something
I don't
in
think
that
it's so much of that. But you can tell she's intrigued by him. Because like this new guy is like bested two of the top.
Intrigued.
Because like the other guy was, does
That
that
rookie's
asshole
still high
in games
rank.
that just hunts down the new players.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, I wouldn't suck his dick, but like, if it meant my own survival, this random newbie coming out taking out the top two, it's like hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Plus,
I
you
mean,
kind of had no choice. You had a gun to your face.
that as well.
So
You got mad skill, you know.
what we're hearing, Josh, is if there was a gun to your face, you'd suck the newbie's dick.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody held a gun to your head and they were about to pull the trigger. What would you do?
Kill me. Kill me.
Nah. We'd slowly start
yeah.
a zip feed for you.
Have fun with that. I'd like to live.
So it's your choice: shot in the head or shot in the mouth.
I have my moral code. I will die by my moral code.
But he has to survive. Oh, no, well, that's fair.
Here's the real questions on the Caffeinated Weebs podcast.
Oh, God.
Only answer the realest questions, truly.
When you put this on YouTube, you should leave a straw poll open.
Yo, I love Demon Hunters 7445.
no.
Respond,
Shut the head, shut the
Lamau,
mouth,
do
you
it,
vote.
pussy.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, he typed in the Demon Hunter 7445. Typed in the chat, Lamau, do it, pussy. That's probably the rookie to you as you're losing.
Yeah, pretty much. Jesus.
That's my hot take on it. I love the whole clan system.
It's interesting.
Aside from that, it's pretty standard fare. How about you guys?
I like the clan system, but then what was really interesting with the episode 3 was the whole casino thing or the gambling on the event.
Pardon what?
But I don't know. What y'all think about the whole
Killian.
gambling thing?
Gambling thing? Like the
Yeah,
gotcha?
there's the whole casino.
Yeah, I mean,
The casino, like where they're basically like placing bets on who they think's gonna win.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So who were those people in this? Were they just like?
Probably high rollers just
They're
watching
part of
them.
other groups. Because there was the girl
Top
that fought the other dude from that
Well,
fighting
right, but we
group,
never-
whatever.
We never like.
Which
No.
apparently they only
We didn't.
recruit men. From the way that she talked about Sokka or whatever the hell her name is.
Sure. Well, no, because there's the other girl, and
Yeah,
There
the girl
was-
with the mask. She said if only she was a guy.
other than her, yeah. Well, because there was other females there. I saw.
Well, yeah, there's other female there, but I think she's talking about recruitment or something.
Oh, into their organization or something. But,
Yes.
Yeah, possibly. It's that is also an interesting take. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, it's almost giving me kind of Gantz vibes. I don't know why. Maybe
can
it's
kinda
just
see
like
that,
the transport thing is very similar, or maybe not like fully similar.
Bro, we haven't even talked about that yet. Oh my god.
What?
Can you imagine the way you die is your body is just slowly cube by fucking cube
Well,
being ripped away.
that's only if you disobey the rules. So don't disobey the rules, and that don't happen.
No. Panda Boy lost and he was
Well,
on death's door.
No, he revealed information about it, which was why he was. Because remember, the rule
What
is you can't
information did he
reveal.
reveal?
He was talking about Darwin's game openly. And remember, Shuga said, if you tell anybody about it, like, you will be automatically disqualified.
What information did he give? He lost.
He, like, not anything specific, but he was telling him, like, oh, Darwin's game was a hell of a time, stupid shit like that. That may have been, because...
No, because, I mean, the main character, he literally talked about Darwin's game openly, for the most part, with other players. And then she finally stopped him saying, stop saying the name.
Yeah, and that may possibly be it. I don't know. I may be just misinterpreting majorly.
So
Because it
I
doesn't
think
seem...
the thing is, if you lose a match, if you don't surrender the match, then you are going to be teleported away or deathed away.
We haven't seen it happen to anybody else, but
So far.
yeah, because most
But
of it seems to
that's
happen
my
post
assumption.
mortem.
Yeah.
Because
But then there was him who he
happens
lost the match without surrendering.
Yeah, and the girl did say it usually takes about a minute or two after they die for it to start doing that. Although that seems inconsistent because that girl that fucking got yeeted off the rooftop got fucking pixelated in like a second.
Now, what happened with that? Did she just blow herself off the roof?
She started a huge inferno, and assumedly Wong did some bullshit and caused an explosion.
Okay.
And she got yeeted off, which I found fucking hilarious.
That blood
She's like,
splatter,
"Oh
though.
man,
Holy
I'm just
shit.
gonna be such a cool, asshole. I'm just gonna fucking kill this dude straight out. Fire, bitch."
Whoop Wong's
Yeet.
ass.
Gets fucking tossed off like a rag doll.
Shit happened.
It do indeed. Unfortunate.
Our response to Sean's question would probably be, I guess you know what it feels like to be Minecraft terrain getting mined out by the player character, I suppose. I don't know, that's the most clever thing to think of.
I got you. I like it.
And I was going to ask if anybody's seen The Good Place,
The what?
real quick.
What?
A Netflix show, The Good Place.
I don't
Oh,
touch
no.
Netflix after
Okay, never mind then.
the happening.
One of the characters describes this like gruesome death process that happens. So I was gonna say, hey, would you compare? Which one would you want? But it's okay.
It's okay. Good try. Good try. I will not knock you for it. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. Josh, you didn't respond to that, the whole casino thing, and then you also didn't respond to Psycho's question about the what was your question, Psycho?
To the groups?
Alright.
That's because you jumped in with the casino question.
I know.
It's
Yes,
so,
to the
I
clans.
mean,
To the clans. I'm sorry. It was me answering with a side tangent.
I should
Well, I
ask
didn't
you a
really
question
pose the
with
question
another
about-
question.
I didn't really pose the question about groups. I just said that was what I found most interesting.
well,
in-
yeah, but I
And
mean,
you
you're
other
asking
death games I've
our
seen.
take on it as well. I mean, as far as the groups,
I was just asking, what's your take on the show? Like,
Oh.
what do you find
I
interesting?
thought we were
That's what I
thought
meant.
you were I actually had an answer for the groups thing though.
Oh, okay, then yeah, go for it.
I mean, I think it's interesting, but like, then it leads me to a question: like, can somebody in your group still take you out and get points for it, or challenge you or something, or is that like a safe haven? They can't do that. Because if that's the case, I wouldn't trust anybody, even in the group. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if you could.
Yeah, people in groups can backstab each other.
yeah, then I would be cool with it, but I still wouldn't trust anybody. Like, hell no, dude. Like, especially
Which is why one of the members he meets later on is really important to this whole group dynamic.
Yeah, so I'm definitely
boxing
interested to see
club
where
boy.
this goes. So, and as far as the
So,
casino, it's kind of fucked. It's interesting, but it's fucked because like, were these just the people that didn't get invited to the event? So they're betting.
Basically.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Hey,
No.
you got the dough, right?
Fucking
I
right.
have a spoilery
The
question.
money's got to come from somewhere.
Well, the question is then, the lady who's running the place, she doesn't play the game because she says that all these sigils are very interesting.
Sickles.
Fuck off. But I don't think
She
she's a
does say
player. I
sigils.
think she was hired in just to do this job.
No,
Yeah, to run it.
Casino is her sigil.
Because she doesn't
That's a
know.
joke.
No.
That's a joke.
She doesn't know. She admits openly she doesn't know who started it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if she's not even a player.
She's definitely not. Almost assuredly, I don't think any of those people there are.
No, there's the girl with the mask. I believe she's a player.
Well, yeah, okay.
And
I won't say that.
I wouldn't
think
be surprised
maybe
if the
a
guy
few
who
of
was
them
talking
are.
to the girl, because he obviously is with the girl with the mask.
Right, but I don't think the old man is a player.
He could be the oldest
He'd
player.
have to be one badass old man.
Hey, you've seen kung fu movies? He's probably like what are they like? One of the masters, dude. He's gonna go in there, pull some
Probably.
kung fu shit, and whoop some ass, rip hearts out with the blink of an eye and twitch of a finger.
He's probably just a really old Ip man.
Kalima,
God.
Kalima.
So I have
Best no hum num shavai.
I have a spoilery question, I suppose. From watching the opening to the episodes, is that douchebag with the LMG gonna be a recurring character?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so because I was like, he seems familiar. Did I see him in the opening? Because he seems pretty diggity dead, but I guess not.
The Escape from Tarkov
Well,
guy.
remember, his body.
I guess they're not technically dead because otherwise they dematerialize.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Interessante.
Huh?
I said interessante.
Interessante.
Interessante. Yes, indeed.
Extremely interessante.
But I will say, from episode 2, it's pretty fucked. The guy that took his phone, and he was like, "Yeah, I can just smash your phone right now, and you wouldn't know about any challenges or anything." I was like, "Ooh,
Shit.
Yeah, but that also
Well,
gave him the ammo.
but then he turns it around.
Exactly, it gave him the ammo to do that because then he was aware of how vital his phone was.
He's like, hey,
Oh,
what
so
would a
now he's
stun
just-
baton?
I'm just gonna scan my phone and just so I can just pull it out whenever." Fuck off with that shit.
No, because it makes a second copy.
Well, I mean,
Unclear if that
Would
would
it-
work.
hey, maybe it has a SIM card and everything. Who knows?
Unclear. Could be.
I think it'd be a little OP, but yeah. Just my
Yeah,
thought.
no. If he ever gets cognizant enough with his power.
I mean, I have, now that you mentioned, I do feel like that's going to be something that pops up at some point, even if it's just a dummy phone.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting little. Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta go put my clothes in the dryer real quick.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be a dope fight.
this definitely, just watching the first 3 episodes was difficult for me because it definitely was a giant tease. I wanted to so badly keep going, but I didn't want to mix up events and talk too much.
Just because you did it last episode doesn't mean you can't do it this episode.
Do we need to talk about when you started talking about a season that we didn't even start on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't remember? You were like defending cardboard.
Fuck off.
Oh, you remember now, don't you?
Fuck you, Beach. I don't know what you're talking about. The season finale for
What?
They did such a fucking good job with it.
That's
That's all I
gonna-
care about.
So we're at 50 minutes.
Season 3 of Danmachi.
Right? No,
We are at 50 minutes.
roughly.
Man, I cannot wait for Danmachi season 2
I mean,
Wait, what?
when we do.
I'm not the one that recommends us do it.
So Psycho.
Just
I mean,
saying.
I'm planning on doing Corpse Empire eventually.
Oh, that one that we saw
Empire
with the
Corpses.
zombie
Yeah.
one? Ooh, interesting. Okay.
It seemed interesting to me.
Okay, Josh has a question for Psycho.
You were saying last week about the origin of your name because of this.
Origin of my name? Oh, no, just my origin.
No.
You said something
It was
about
just his
origin or
edgy
something.
origin.
Edgy origin.
His edgy
so
origin.
you're gonna give us,
Edgy origin story.
3 episodes and a
It was-
backstory.
Damn. Alright. I guess it's finally time.
No,
Ladies and
shit.
gentlemen. Well, okay, first off, any final thoughts you guys want to have for the show?
I'm excited to see where it
I'm
goes.
very interested to see what happens. Yeah.
I'm liking it a
I'm
lot
liking
so
it.
far.
Okay, then. Well. So, as you may be aware, the reason I've recommended this anime for this week is because edgy anime holds a dear and special place in my heart. Because I once was, did the kids still use that term, edgelord? I think they still use that, right?
Yeah.
The youngins.
That or like a
Were
scene
you a
kid or
scene
whatever.
kid?
Damn.
I don't
I
know.
gotta tell you,
I don't
when
know
I
scenes.
when I was an edgy kid, that term edgy had never cropped up, and as such, I never really knew how to describe myself. I just knew that I really liked all these gritty, dark shows and all the killing and the no remorse characters. You know, it was great. It was my jam as a kid, and part of the reason why that sort of developed my anime taste now is because I used to binge watch trashy, edgy anime all the time. Not necessarily just trashy, edgy anime, but it was like it was my fix. It for the same reasons that people binge like isekais, it was like the exact opposite dark reason that I binge edgy, dark shows. It fed to that, you know, carnal teenage side of me that's just so angry with the world, angry with like my peers, and maybe just angry with myself, and just wanting to put all that into a show and just be like, I can relate to this, but at the same time without all the killing and wanting to murder everybody clearly.
Perhaps
Because then there'd just be something wrong with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, edgy content, I think, shaped a lot of my, you know, more juvenile views of the world. I used to be a very cynical person. I used to always believe, like, really dumb shit. Part of the reason why I even got such an edgy reputation is because even in my early high school years, I had this whole belief where I ran by the name Ghost, believe it or not. I told everybody, people walked up to me and they're like, hey, what's your name? And I was just like, you can just call me Ghost. And the reason behind it was so dumb was because as a kid, I had terrible elementary school experiences. So going into high school, I was just like, oh, I'm probably going to be forgotten here. Like, doesn't matter what I do here. So that's why I went and rolled with it and told people, hey, you know, my name's Ghost. You don't need to know my real name. You won't remember me.
Should do that pretty
It
dark,
was
honestly.
So dumb. Yeah, it was actually so dumb and dark, and I was such a dumb, edgy teen, and that's why all this edgy anime appealed to me. You know, this was my starting point for anime. This is the origin of my, you know, weeb fascination, was just wanting something different from all these shows that had all these great messages about, you know, friendship and compassion. I was like, no, I hate all that crap. Just give
You
it to me
didn't want
straight.
any of that. What is it called? My Little Pony friendship bullshit.
Yeah, I think the irony in the fact that most of my content that I consumed as a kid was so filtered and watered down and, you know, child friendly or had to have a good message, was that I craved something the exact polar opposite.
Yeah.
Something different, yeah.
So, yeah, that is long and short of it, the origin story of my trashy taste for anime, and as well as like my edgy views and my edgy origins going into anime.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, anime is like the only place where you can get like such a wide like array of just shows and shit, like different genres of shows, and like other TV shows, they will not get to the same point that most animes will.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
I
Some-
totally understand it.
Yeah, exactly. With most programming, there's usually a consistency to it, you know. It'll never cover a whole array. Shit, I was going with something somewhere here, but I think I lost it. You know, the point is, there's kind of something for everybody in anime, but in terms of what I was watching, there was only like one way it could go. So I was like, I'm getting tired of this. You know, I gotta experience something different, or I'm gonna lose my shit. Yeah.
Fair.
I even put in the notes as an aside. At one point, I even dressed up as Sasuke Uchiha for a Halloween because I was just like, I'm going to embrace this the whole way. Oh, it was so dumb.
Hey, don't worry.
So you went to the classroom and you just did the whole like Sasuke pose in the desk, just like
Yeah. Oh,
The whole
I remember
brooding-
it but for my picture, I kind of did a smirk. If I ever get around to it, I'll show the picture. It's
oh my god, yes.
on my Facebook and everything. It's ridiculous.
Well, so don't worry because somebody straight up fucking was just walking around the high school like it was just on a normal day or something. Just dressed up as Kakashi for no reason. Just no seeming. Just walking around the halls.
Yo, I'm gonna let you know, random
With his
guy, if
friends
you're
and
watching
shit.
this, you're my hero.
Yeah, he's just
Kakashi would actually be more accurate to somebody I would like to be. Not Sasuke, Kakashi, because he's just level-headed and mature and cool.
he's just going around. I was like, hey bud.
A little bit that edge, but it's like mature edge, you know?
Hell
It's
yeah.
dulled a bit. It's gray edge. In terms of how I view edgy content now, I'm actually gonna say I still enjoy it in terms of watching trashy, edgy content. It's like popcorn fodder to me, right? It's like it's just something you come back to every once in a while because you watch something quality. You know, sometimes you gotta bring it down a notch. Watch something just trashy and bad, just so next time something good rolls around, you can appreciate it better. One of the other reasons I actually don't view edgy content as favorably now is because it's left the seinen genre a bad taste. It's given it a bad rap. If you're not familiar, seinen ironically stands for youth, but the shows are usually targeted towards more mature audiences. So seinen usually tend to delve into a lot more mature topics. You know, there's a lot of intellectual fodder instead of just, you know, mindless, you know, gruesome killing and stuff like that for the fun of it. The problem with it is it kind of gets wrapped in with edgy content. People see seinen shows and go, oh, you know, it's, you know, I bet it's just gross, meaningless, you know,
I bet it's just blood.
play to the base desires type stuff that you're watching, when it could be the complete opposite. Someone could really be, you know, ruminating on the importance of life or something amidst, you know, brutal killings and stuff. There are real messages tied to that, and I think that's really quite a shame that edgy stuff has been tied in with this genre, because there's a lot of great content out there that a lot of people could appreciate if they can get past the idea that, oh, this is just going to be some edgy fest thing, people are going to label me for it. So that would be just about everything I wanted to cover here in terms of the whole my views on edgy content, where it came from, and how I feel about it now.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
I think if y'all are cool with it, I think that basically wraps up the episode, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
This was definitely more for the audience, seeing as how I've been here for, what is it now, like 7 episodes, and it's like, hey, you know, you guys want to get to know me? I'm the guy who once started off loving trashy stuff, and now is just the guy who still loves trashy stuff, but also talks about boobs. Hey, I'm your man.
Hey, titties.
You're at 9 episodes, actually. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Great. I'm glad I didn't write that in my notes so that Sean can come in with the actual figures. He's the man who knows everything.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Everybody needs a fact checker. Imagine if we could just get away with just spouting everything. Yeah, I've been here for 1,000 episodes, guys.
Been here since the beginning. I was just real quiet in the first couple of ones.
Yeah.
Well, real quick. So, Sasha,
Yeah.
where can you find us on Twitter?
At Weebs Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about YouTube?
At Caffeinated Weebs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, where's another place you can find us
Our
to discuss or like give us some suggestions and shit.
Our Caffeinated Weebs on Reddit. Oh no, it's,
Yeah.
it's Caffeinated Weebs. That's right.
What do you remember, Psycho?
Hey, for those listening on the other platforms, you can watch us live at twitch.tv/Caffeinated Weebs podcast.
Yeah, perfect. And for those of you who listen through podcast platforms, bleh, you can find us on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. We said YouTube, we said Twitter, we said Twitch.
We haven't said our
We
Twitters
said-
and Twitches.
No, I know. I'm just making sure I'm checking all the boxes to make sure we're good. We are going back to Sunday since we said
Are
we
we?
were going to do Saturday nights. Yes, we are, because we have not done a single Saturday night
I'm so sorry.
recording since
Few
we
weeks now.
started this like over a month ago. I feel like we have not done a single Saturday night, so fuck Saturday nights. Obviously, it doesn't work, so we're sticking with Sundays.
For now,
I have
TM.
been Shawnee095. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Shawnee095.
I'm Psychometry with 3 Ys. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the same handle.
I am Sasha's Streams. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Sasha's Streams.
I'm zombie_Jai. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the same handle.
This has been episode 23 of the Caffeinated Weebs podcast, Darwin's Game Part 1. Once again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with us during our live recordings on Twitter. No, Jesus, Twitch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Love them live Twitters.
Boom.
Go ahead and send Sasha all the JoJo memes you find.
Yeah!
Send them to him.
He wants
He
every
will
everything.
single
love
memes.
you. He will love you
I'll
for it.
retweet it.
Yes, he will. Alright. Y'all have a good one. See y'all later.
Bye.